Hello everyone, today I wanted to show you my sketchbook that I did back in 2013. Here's a little sketch I did of Starbucks trying to draw people, and another one where I tried to draw without ink. Usually I like to draw with ink, but I wanted to try something new. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to have descriptions for all of them, but these are just some that I did back when I lived in Greenville, South Carolina. I was still kind of learning how to draw and just felt like drawing everything I could. On all of them, I start with a outline and pencil, sometimes anywhere from 5 to 10, 20 minutes, and then I use ink to go over it. This is the pen that I usually use, 005 Micron. I also use the watercolor pan that I don't have with me because I drew this back in 2013. I really enjoy drawing people in coffee shops. They typically don't know that I'm drawing them, and I like to keep it that way. That way they look as real as possible. Here's a drawing I did at my aunt's house. My dad taking a little snooze on Christmas Eve in a very busy coffee shop with my sister on her computer working. I really like this mural in New York City. Too bad they tore it down and they're building a new office building there, I believe. The coffee shop here on the left is one of my favorite. I like how the drawing kind of flares out on the edges with all the detail. Stumptown Coffee Shop is one of my favorite in New York City. They have a sweet little old hotel lobby in the back room to hang out. It's pretty cool. Port Jervis's little train station. I sketched this from the inside of my car. It was very cold, as cold probably as it shows in the sketch. A lot of these were drawn indoor just because it was winter and it was so cold to draw outside. So it's either in coffee shops or looking out the window. I lived in New Jersey when I was about 7 years old, and I remember going to the store a lot. That'd be fun to draw it now. One of my favorite things to draw in New York are the fire escape. And this one I drew in Chelsea, looking out the window at a coffee shop. Here are some houses from Port Jervis, New York. I like to draw the houses that stood out to me. This one was particularly fun because there's so many little objects and statues and things that I could have fun drawing. First thing that comes to mind on this drawing is how cold my hands were. No, I really do enjoy drawing the skyline in New York City. This is Jefferson Market Library in West Village, New York City. This was a lot of fun to draw with all the architectural details. A few sketches from the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York City. Some statues and some random tiles. More coffee shop drawings, some that I can play with the textures and the different colors and the wood grains, and yeah, I always love a good place to sit and draw. Another drawing of New York City. You can tell it's the Chrysler Building, and here's a baseball game that I went to with a friend. I'm a big Cardinals fan, so wanted to see them play. Unfortunately, they lost, but still fun. Now we're back in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This was kind of a crazy time in my life where I was moving between New Jersey and Grand Rapids all the time, so I have sketches in both locations. This is Division Ave, a prominent street in Grand Rapids. This one took a long time. I love doing these panorama drawings, but I forget how big of a commitment it is when I start. But I love the old buildings and the different colors and styles of architecture all in one. This is Meyer May House, a building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, Grand Rapids. Now we're in Chicago. I was headed back to New Jersey. I made the unfortunate decision to take the bus all the way to New York, and this was right before I left. And yeah, LaSalle Street. I had a lot of fun drawing this one. I was a little playing with perspective, just trying to get the whole scene, fit the whole scene on the page. There's a cute little store that I found walking up and down the streets in Montclair, New Jersey. It was really difficult trying to get some of these shadows down, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. More drawings in Montclair, New Jersey, and this is a sketch that I did in Bryant Park back in the summer of 2014. Here we're back in Grand Rapids at my sister's graduation, and another coffee shop that closed down recently in Grand Rapids. This house, for some reason, stood out to me. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Michigan Lake houses around here. This is a Voigt house in Grand Rapids, one of my favorite examples of Victorian architecture in the neighborhood. This is quite the captivating restaurant in Easttown, Grand Rapids. It's cool drawing all the fine little detail, but very tedious. Probably took me a few hours. And here's another coffee shop. Here's a panorama drawing that I did while dog sitting for a friend. I think I was there for several days, so I figured I'd have some time to complete a whole panorama of the living room. Here's a skyline of Grand Rapids from the Ford Museum. Yeah, Grand Rapids has about 3 tall buildings. And here's our Carnegie Library. This is a castle in Heritage Hill, which is also my dentist. I kind of have an obsession with drawing my bedroom. I've found that the more junk there is, the more fun it is to draw. Heritage Hill home in the fall. Really happy with the way this one came out. I drew this from my living room window because, as you can see, it was freezing out. Here are a few of New York that I started but never got to completing them. Here's a couple drawings that I did on vacation in Washington Island in Wisconsin. Another incompleted sketch that I did in Lake George, New York. Yeah, sometimes I just don't have the time to finish it. And this one is one that I did in my living room. This is Ralph's Coffee, a coffee shop that was connected to Ralph Lauren store, but I believe it shut down now. And here's my parents enjoying a movie on Christmas. So that was the last page. Yeah, this was my 3rd Moleskine completed, and I have many more done, and I hope to make videos of them soon. Thanks for watching.